Alright, what we have here, folks, is the factory OEM Rectifier Regulator off of my 2001 Honda VFR 800. It's listed as a 30 amp unit. It's based on fairly old, what's called SCR, silicon rectifier technology. They run very hot. They tend to fail on the VFRs, as many of you know, many of the owners already know, and they are a ongoing weakness in the charging system. What I'm replacing this dead unit with is this, a Rix Motorsports 50 amp unit. It has a flat plate on the back, which allows it to make a very good connection with the subframe, or in this case a heatsink plate that I'm adding. Heatsink plate is simply a thick, 1/4 inch thick plate of aluminum, cut and notched so it fits up against the subframe, right where the unit bolts in. You can see the two holes I've drilled to mount it. I've cut the two notches to clear the two of the side bolts on the side of the bike. I'll show you how that slips in just a moment. And then we have a little heat thermal compound and some slightly longer bolts to bolt it all up together. Now, getting back to the original, what you'll notice is there's really no contact to the subframe on this side. These two little pads make a little bit of contact, but they stand slightly proud of the whole rest of the regulator. So there's no real heat sink to the frame or heat conduction to the frame. Only this unit and the surface area supplied on those fins cool the bike. So it only cools by radiating heat off the fins into the air. And if there isn't enough flow, that doesn't work. That doesn't happen. Add in that these run very, very hot, and you can see you might have an issue. This unit, while it still has a lot of fins, it does have a flat surface, which as you can see, I've lapped a little bit to make for a perfect connection onto this plate. And much like the heat sink on your CPU, it will sink the heat into that plate, send the heat into that plate, and thereby spread it out, adding mass, taking up more BTUs before anything reaches a high temperature. Not to mention, it's a MOSFET regulator, so you're not going to have that problem anyway. MOSFET technology switches cool, clean, quickly, you know, so it's not really trying to just be a heat pig. It's just trying to switch the currents and limit the voltage, much as it should be. Now, let me take you over here and show you how this all is going to fit on the bike. Over here, you can see what was the original mount. There's the two holes. You can even see the two marks on the plate there, where the original regulator sat. Now, as you can see, I've done a lot of work to the bike already as far as modifications, but I'm just going to slip this in, slip the plate in like that, and then we're going to bolt through from the back and bolt on the regulator. So if you'll give me just a couple moments here, I'll come right back.